Good morning, students. Today I am going to start chapter 18, pollution of air and water. In this chapter, we will study about the air and water pollution, what are the causes of air and water pollution, and what are the prevention measure of air and water pollution. So let's start our chapter. So then you know that air and water, two important and essential natural resources. Air is essential for all living organisms because oxygen present in the air that react with the carbohydrate that are the carbohydrates are present in the food, and it's liberate energy, and the energy is utilized to perform all the activities by the living organism. Similarly, we cannot imagine life without water. Water is essential for life processes such as digestion of food, transport of various substances, removal of waste from the body. So water is also essential for the plants and for the human being. So we are not able to survive our life without the air and without the water. So what is air pollution? Student, you know that the air is a mixture of many gases that are present in a fixed ratio. Like 78% of this mixture is nitrogen and about 21% is oxygen. And carbon dioxide, argon, methane, ozone and water vapor are also present in a very small quantities. So when the ratio is disturbed for any reason, you know friend that air is a mixture of different gases, and when this ratio is disturbed, the air is said to be polluted, and the substances which cause pollution of air, they are known as air pollutants. So we can say all the pollutants divided into two categories like gaseous air pollutant and solid air pollutant. जो भी एयर पोल्यूटेंट्स हैं उनको हम टू पार्ट में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, gaseous and solid. So if we talk about the gaseous air pollutant, the pollutant present in the form of gases, they are called gaseous air pollutants. For example, carbon monoxide, oxides of nitrogen, sulfur, etc. And if we talk about the solid air pollutant, the pollutant in the form of solid form, they are known as solid air pollutant. For example, smoke, dust, suspended particles, etc. So air pollutants may also come from natural sources like smoke and dust that are arising from volcanic eruption and forest fire, and pollutants are also added to the atmosphere by the human activities. Various sources of air pollution are, if we talk about the various sources of air pollution, so we can say the factories, power plants, automobiles, and burnings of firewood and burning of dung cakes are the sources of air pollutant. So then you know that vehicles produce high level of pollutants like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide and smoke. And carbon monoxide is produced from incomplete burning of fuels such as we can say petrol and diesel, and it is very poisonous gas. It reduces the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. And when we see a thick fog like layer in the atmosphere, especially in the winter season, this is smoke, and smoke is made up of smoke and fog. This smog causes breathing difficulties such as asthma, cough and wheezing in children. So you know about the asthma and cough. So new word is wheezing. Wheezing means when there is a problem in a breathing. So we can say when the small children breathe noisily, जब भी वो सांस लेते हैं तो बहुत तेज तेज आवाज़ होती है, तो this is known as wheezing in breath. So many industries are also responsible for causing air pollution. Petroleum refineries are the major source of gaseous pollutant like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is produced by the combustion of fuel like coal in a power plants, and it can also cause respiratory problems, including they can also damage our lungs permanently. So if we talk about the other kind of pollutants, that is CFC, means chlorofluorocarbons, and it is used in a refrigerator, in an air conditioner, and in a aerosol spray. So CFC damage the ozone layer, that is the part of our atmosphere. So that you know that the ozone layer protect us from the harmful ultraviolet rays that are comes from the sun. So CFC is damage the ozone layer of the atmosphere. Automobiles which burn diesel and petrol, they produce tiny particles and they remain suspended in the air for long time. So these particles also reduce visibility, and inhalation of these particles cause respiratory disease. Dust, cement, carbon and ash particles are main particulate pollutants that are present in the air. Student, if we talk about the case study of the Taj Mahal, everyone know about it, that the Taj Mahal is the India's most famous tourist attraction, and it is located in the Agra. But nowadays it has become a matter of concern because the pollutants in air are discoloring its white marble. So it is not only living organism. We can say that the some buildings, monuments and statues are also affected by the pollutant that are present in the air. So if we talk about the acid rain, we can say the burning of coal, petrol and diesel produce carbon dioxide, carbon monoxides and of nitrogen and oxide of sulfur. So all these pollutants remains in air. And these oxide of nitrogen and sulfur react with water vapor that are present in the atmosphere, and they form a nitric acid and sulfuric acid, and the acid drop down with rain, that is known as that is acidic, and this rain is known as acid rain. So then if we talk about the damaging effect of acid rain, we can say acid rain is harmful for the aquatic life because it kills fishes and other aquatic animals and plants which are live in the water. Acid rain also decrease the soil fertility. Acid rain is the led the marble of the historical moments such as Taj Mahal, and this phenomenon is known as marble cancer, क्योंकि ताज महल का जो कलर है वो धीरे धीरे चेंज होता जा रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ द एसिड रेन, एंड दिस फिनोमिनन इज नोन एज मार्बल कैंसर. Our next topic is greenhouse effect. Student, carbon dioxide is not directly harmful, but its increased percentage may create adverse effect in the long run. So we can say excess carbon dioxide in the air has the property of trapping the heat of the sunlight in the same way as the glass wall of greenhouse. So we can say the trapping of heat by these gases is known as greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect leads to an increase in temperature of the earth, and this is called global warming. Student, you know that carbon dioxide is increased in the atmosphere and it leads to global warming. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड जो गैस है वही मेन रीजन है ग्लोबल वार्मिंग का. So in the addition of the carbon dioxide, the other gases are also there like methane, nitrous oxide and water vapor. There are the other gases that cause global warming. So the increase in the temperature of the earth, that is global warming, it lead to the melting of polar ice caps and glaciers, and ultimately resulting in the rise, there is a rise in the sea level, and this is expected to lead flooding of coastal areas by sea water. So what can be done to reduce the air pollution? We can reduce the use of fossil fuel by switching to alternative energy sources. The other sources could be solar energy, hydropower and wind energy. Even scrubbing down industrial emission with water before releasing them into the air. That helps to reduce air pollution. Switching to unleaded petrol or compressed natural gas, like that is CNG, that has reduced the air pollution in the metro cities, and replacing wood coal and kerosene with the LPG for the domestic use, that also can reduce the pollution. One can plant trees and nurture the ones already present in the neighborhood. So Van Mahotsav is also celebrated in July every year, in which millions of trees are planted, which is also reduce the air pollution. Composting of dry leaves and twigs is a better option rather than burning. जितनी भी ड्राई लीव्स और ट्विंग्स होती हैं उनको जलाने के बजाय उनको किस में यूज में लिया जाए, इन द कंपोस्टिंग. सो इट कैन ऑल्सो कंट्रोल द एयर pollution. So student, the remaining part of this chapter we will take in a next video.